All right. Hello, everybody. Sorry, we will not be having any video today as there is some slight connection problems that we're facing. I hope you all can hear me just fine. We're going to dive into the webinar right now. So, welcome to Trapezo's travel blogging webinar. We are at travel blogging webinar number 8 today, and I'm joined by the amazing duo Tom and Anna from Adventure and You. So, before I start off this webinar, I would like to give a quick introduction to Trapezo. Trapezo is a three-way marketplace that connects travelers with travel bloggers who help our travelers plan personalized itineraries for their vacations. Once this is done, these itineraries are passed over to local booking agents who can bid and thus affect the best prices to the traveler. Alright, I'm going to start off with an introduction to Tom and Anna, and then I'm going to pass over the conversation to them and they can take it from there. So Tom and Anna are the guys behind the Adventure and You travel blog. They are also the founders of the Adventure and You Travel group on Facebook that has over 5,000 followers today. They met in Vietnam in 2014 and have been travel blogging ever since. And as travel bloggers, they made $500 in their first month, and today they're going to show us how they did this. They have also started a new initiative called the Wander Give Project, which is about improving the lives of the children who work in Smoky Mountain, which is the largest landfill in the Philippines. So go over to www.adventureandyou.com and show them some love and support. Alright guys, you can start. To the audience, if you have any questions, feel free to put it in the small chat box at the bottom right corner of your screen, and Tom and Anna will be answering these questions for you. Over to you guys.
Okay, cool.
Hey guys!
Hi guys. Thanks Sri, thank you for the introduction, and sorry we couldn't do a video. We were trying, and we're currently in the Philippines, and as most people know in the Philippines, it's almost impossible to get good Wi-Fi. So we've done our best and stuff, but we'll have to just do this by voice. If anyone is listening, we will make a short YouTube video or something, or try to get a video of this later on. So yeah, Anna's just going to give you a bit more background about Adventure New, and then we'll get started. Get started and teach you guys how to make money from your blog.
Alright, so first of all, Adventure New is only 7 months old. We've been working on it for full time for about 4 months now. We initially started Adventure New because we were working full time in Manila, which is in the capital of the Philippines, but we wanted to stay connected to something that we loved, which was traveling. Before that, we met while we were in Vietnam. Tom was rolling down the sand dunes. I have been backpacking for almost a year on my own, and Tom was 6 months into his trip. After that, we ended up traveling most of Vietnam and Thailand together. Then I went back home to the Philippines. Tom came a few months later and never left. Currently, we're still in the Philippines after spending 3 months in Indonesia. Then we will be heading to Europe soon.
Yeah. So we're going to be talking about different ways to monetize your blog and essentially make money online. So although our blog is only 7 months old, we actually started making money from it in the first month. We went full time. And as Sri said, amazingly, we were able to make over $500 in the first month. So although we are relatively a new blog compared to likes of awesome travel bloggers, Will Hatton from Broke Backpacker, Jazza and Alicia from Nomatosaurus, Megan and stuff, Matt and Megan. We hope we're able to share with you some tips and explain what we did anyway to make money from our blog, especially to newer people anyway. So as Jazza said in his webinar from Nomatosaurus, there are thousands and thousands of travel bloggers and then even more other bloggers. So competition's tough. To make money online, it's hard. But there is still a market out there for anybody to make good money from blogging. If you're blogging and providing valuable content to readers, then it's only fair that you make money from it. After all, blogging takes a lot of time. And it's a lot harder than a lot of people think as well.
So today we're going to break it down into different topics. First of all, we're going to be talking about why you should make money from your blog, why you should treat your blog as a business, what to do before trying to make money from your blog, the different ways to generate money from it, and lastly, we're going to be talking about the mistakes bloggers make when trying to monetize their site. So, first things first, if you want to make money from a blog and you don't have a blog, you need to get one. Although, bear in mind, it is a lot of work. A lot of people underestimate this.
Yeah. So why you should make money from your blog? So first of all, when people ask us what we've been up to and that week, and we say we've been working, most of them look confused and don't understand how blogging is considered as work. Those who blog know it takes a lot of time and a lot of effort to produce valuable content that people read. If you're a blogger who has a good social media following, say 1,000 plus on Facebook, 2,000 on Twitter, Insta, whatever, and your website is receiving high amount of page views, then you have good exposure to offer companies in whatever niche that you're focused in. So don't be afraid to start monetizing early. So then the main thing and the thing to that is treat your blog like a business. So if you want to make money online, anything, make sure you treat it as a business. As we've said, we made $500 in the first month, and this is because we treated our blog as a business. Nomadic Matt says straight away write the business plan, and that's what he did, and he's now the number one of the biggest blogs out there. So draw up your business plan, write the short-term and long-term goals for your website. Clearly write down what your blog will be about in no more than 3 to 5 lines. Make it as niche as possible, and about something you enjoy. The reason we say write 3 to 5 lines is because it will help you visualize and make it very specific as what you want your blog to be and help you keep focused. So the next important thing is set up cash flow on Excel. This will track all your outgoings and incoming cash. Every time you spend money on marketing, boosting Facebook posts, etc., or on a VA or whatever it is, make note of it here. Our cash flow columns are like this. We have a money in section and a money out section. The first column is a subject. Put in here if it's a sponsored post, if you have an ad banner, the name of the company, or if you're boosting a post, what Facebook post it is, for example. And then the amount of money which you charge or you spent. Now, when you work online, you get paid in multiple currencies all the time, from euros to dollars, Australian dollars, whatever it is. So put that money in this column, and then in the next column, convert it all to a currency which you want to be using. So we convert everything to USD. Help to keep track of it. And then the last is status. So put in there, not completed, pending, or completed. So subject, what you charged, the money in USD, and then the status. Now this is important. It helps you keep track of what you're spending and receiving. Since now you've decided to treat it like a business and you want to make money online, you also need to invest some money back into it in order to grow. So if you don't know where your money is coming or going, it's not going to work. Get a PayPal account, get professional domain email. So what I mean is, you can reach me and Anna at Tom at Adventure New, or Anna at Adventure New, or Will at Book Backpacker. You don't want I have travel at yahoo.com or something silly like that. It's not professional. It's not business email. So get one of those. If you need to get it, you can do it via Google, although they charge, I think, £5 per month or $5. We actually use Zoho, which gives you up to 10 free professional emails, and then also add a signature to your email. And then the other thing is make sure you host your website and use WordPress.com as a platform. Every big blog uses WordPress, mainly due to all the plugins, consistent updates, and themes to choose from. This is important. So those are the first steps to treating your blog like a business.
Next part, what to do before trying to make money. First of all, this is the most important part, is you have to establish yourself as an authority in whatever you're writing about. If you're writing about travel, about parenting, about cooking, whatever it is, establish yourself as an authority. Can you answer the question, why should people trust you and read your articles? What value does it provide for them? Tom and I focus on adventure reviews, and although I'm the clumsiest person on earth, I'm also very adventurous. Both of us will do and try anything
at least
once, Next bit is you have to grow your social media following and learn social media. Social media is a whole new world, and it's actually a full-time job, but it's also extremely powerful. When you first start, most of your traffic will come from social, and you want to keep building this. But at the same time, you also need to give value on SEO. So the next point would be learn SEO and integrate into your blog from the very beginning. This will save you a lot of time and effort in going over your work again. At the very beginning, put in alt tags for all your photos, do keyword searches. So you need to prove to advertisers that you're relevant by putting effort into keeping track with up-to-date SEO practices. The reason why, despite being such a young brand, such a young blog, a lot of brands choose to work with us because some of the articles that we have written down are on the first page of Google. This Tom puts a lot of effort into making sure that our SEO is good, and it also proves to other advertisers and to other people that you put a lot of work into your blog. Next and last bit is you need to set up a work with us page or a downloadable media kit. Be professional, show your stats, and what type of partnerships you're open to. When we set our media kit, we looked at all the big bloggers, and we wanted to see what they had. When we pitch with media companies, we make sure that what we're pitching is relevant to them. So we send them our media kit, and we get across that we are professionals and that you need to show that in your brand as well.
We've seen a few more people come on the call at the moment. Sorry that you can't see us. We're having a bit of technical issues. But we are going to try and make a video later on. Thanks for chiming in. So far we've covered why you should make money from your blog, treating your blog like a business, and then what to do before trying to make money. These are important. So now we're going to talk about what everyone wants to know, the different ways to make money from your blog. So basically, if you're still with us, thanks. If you're not, have a great day. The key to making good money from blogging is having multiple streams of income. And we'll talk about that more in a sec. Most bloggers actually use their site as a giant CV. If you have a WordPress page, which we just talked about, and a writing portfolio, etc., then this is going to get loads of views monthly and people are going to see it. So therefore, bloggers make a lot of their money from jobs they get outside of their blog. So we're going to split this section into two parts. Money that you make directly from your blog and money made as a result of having a blog. So money made as a result of having a blog can come from mainly freelance writing for publications or other blogs. A company or someone might see your site, like your articles, and then pay you to write for them. Other freelance jobs like design work, web development, if you say you offer it, SEO, etc. I think Will from the Broke Backpacker says in one of his interviews he makes a lot of his money from freelance writing for publications. He's a great writer. People see his stories and they ask him to write. So don't be afraid to showcase your skills, your websites, your blog, show it off, and you'll start to make money as a result of having a blog outside of it. So money directly from your blog, we're going to split this into advertising, affiliates, digital products, physical products, and services. So the first thing is display ads or banner ads. Now these are a really, really good way of making monthly recurring income. $200 a month, $500 a month. Just obviously just coming in. So usually an advertising company will reach out to you and ask if you accept banner ads. Then you can reply with your prices and sizes you offer. Now if nobody's reaching out to you, if you think you have enough traffic the company could benefit from, then network with other bloggers to see if they can connect you with someone. Private ads are similar, but without the media company in the middle. So this is the main thing for new bloggers and anybody can make money from. If you have a small local blog and you're writing about cafes in the area or whatever it is, reach out to those cafes and offer them side banner positions. Reach out to these people whatever it is. Say, my target audience is very for this area. Would you like a side banner? And negotiate a deal with them. It's an easy way to generate extra recurring income for anybody.
Another bit is to use Google AdSense or other ad pop-ups. Some people swear that they make good money from this, but others say that they hardly make any. We personally don't use them as we aren't fans of seeing random ads popping up when we read articles. We also don't want our readers, we don't want to spoil the reading experience for our users. We want to make sure that whatever we have on our page is relevant to them.
So the next thing is newsletter advertising. So there's a lot of bloggers out there who don't use their email list, and I've got to be honest, we're also guilty of it. But if you have 1,000 people signing up to your email list, don't be afraid to sell ad spaces in your emails. Just make sure they're very relevant to your audience. If they open an email, they're interested in the ads you're offering. Just put anything on.
Next bit is what we call sponsored posts. This is actually where we currently make majority of our money from. Companies basically pay you to mention their business or product in an article. Now, here comes the tricky part because you have to be really careful who you work with and you have to make sure you follow Google's guidelines on sponsored posts. Make sure whoever you work with fits your brand and it's someone that you trust. If it's a product, try it out first. You don't want to be recommending or mentioning something to your readers about something that you essentially don't believe in. Make sure that the article you write is something you know your readers would benefit from. Don't just write any article because you're getting paid for it. One of the things that we try to do with our blog is we write different adventure reviews from around the world. We partner up with adventure companies and we review and experience these different adventures. Some companies pay us, but you have to make sure that even if you get paid or you receive a complimentary service, you still write your honest opinion so you don't lose your readers' trust. We say this quite often because you wouldn't have a blog if you don't have readers that keep coming back to you. So readers' trust is something that we consider very, very important.
Yeah. So like we said, we make the majority of our money at the moment from sponsored posts. So a lot of you are probably wondering, how would you get sponsored posts, especially if you're a new blog, you don't really know how to approach this. So again, network with other bloggers, join some Facebook groups, ask around, and see if they have any contacts to exchange or open to introducing you to, or can link you to in some other way. If you don't have contacts to offer them in return, maybe offer some social shout-outs or some exposure in your blog or whatever it is. Or if you're good friends with them, then just ask for a favor, and I'm sure they'll introduce you to a couple of companies, get you started and get you with advertising companies. Now, secondly, write up your pitch email, because you're going to save as a template, because you're going to be sending this out a lot to pitch people for advertisements, and then basically send out a lot of emails. Get a second template ready for when they ask for your prices. And again, so I know Will has talked a lot about pitch emails, but if you're new and you need help with how to write a pitch responsive post, then ask the person who you got contacts off or introduced you in the first place. This is key, because if you look at your cash flow and you're thinking, wow, I've only made 20% of how much I made last month or whatever, just spend a day or two just emailing and go through your contacts again and reach out to people. That 1 or 2 days of just emailing can turn out to be $300, $500 or more if you land some big deals. So I know some bloggers dislike sponsored posts as well, and others love them. We like them as we get to build content from both sides, share great relevant business and products with our readers, but while being paid. To us, we don't really see what's not to like. But again, just make sure who you work with is relevant to your brand. You do not want to lose the trust of your readers.
Another way of making additional income from your blog is through affiliate schemes. So an affiliate is when you get a personal tracking code for a specific website or service. So when people click your custom link, you get recognized for referring them to the specific product. Your readers won't pay more for this, but you get a commission for bringing them there. I know a lot of big photography blogs make good money from Amazon affiliate links, because when their customers buy a recommended camera or lenses, this gives them additional referring income. Other blogs, such as fashion blogs, get income from clothes or referring concrete products. For us, we also use TEFL, which is Teaching English as a Foreign Language. It's a certificate course, and it provides a good affiliate schemes, which offers your readers a discount for using your code. So we got our TEFL through a company called ShareSale, which has a range of schemes, so you can check them out and see what fits your brand. If you're promoting a travel lifestyle, teaching English is a good way to make money while traveling. However, if you're more of a lifestyle blogger, this type of affiliate won't really work for you. Another one that we use is World Nomads. It's one of the largest travel insurance out there, and it's very, very well recommended. Again, it's quite specific to the travel blogging industry, so you don't want to have affiliate schemes that have nothing to do with your brand. You have to choose them wisely, and at the same time, make sure that your readers know that it won't cost them anything by clicking through your link.
Yeah, that's important. Another way is digital products. So this might be a bit easier for people to grasp is ebooks. Nomadic Matt mentioned in one of his interviews that he makes a majority of his monthly income from selling ebooks and other digital products from his blog, e-courses or webinars. You might see a lot more bloggers recently who are starting to sell ebooks. This is great, and it's a great way to make extra money, but just be careful if you're doing that. A lot of people are already coming to your site and are viewing your content for free, so why all of a sudden should they pay for it? So just make sure if you're going to write, it's very targeted, it's special, it's valuable to them. The last thing you want to do is sell 30 or 40 ebooks, make about $400, and it's a bad ebook, nobody recommends it, and then no one's going to buy the second one or whatever. You've tarnished your trust again. So if you're going to do this, be careful, make sure you have something else to offer, and make it really valuable for your readers to buy.
So apart from digital products, you can also offer physical products. A lot of bloggers use their site and reach as a launchpad for other products. Actually, when we first started Adventure New, we planned to launch an e-commerce site which would sell travel t-shirts. But then soon we realized that after our mom and our grandmas buy it, no one else would buy it. So we didn't have anyone to market our t-shirts to. So after After that, we decided to start a blog so that we could establish a readership and essentially an audience to sell our stuff to. But I guess that turned out pretty well for us.
Yeah, well, it's good.
This American girl, for example, she sells retreats in Costa Rica. She recently started doing that. Other bloggers such as Hippie and Heel sells candles, and others sell travel T-shirts. There's a load of different things. Whatever it is, whatever you're offering as a physical product, make sure that it's relevant to your readers, and at the same time, do a dry run, do a test, and see how your readers will respond to it. There's no harm in finding out first what your readers want.
And then the last thing is servicing. And I guess it's similar to what we've already talked about. Money making is a result of having a blog. But if you have a skill, you can offer it. If you go on our Work With Us page, you can see work with Adventure New or work with Tom and Anna. So you can work with our site on advertising, or you can work with us on
our specific skills.
On our skill sets, design, web development, business consultancy, etc. So if you have skills, don't be afraid to offer it. And then the last thing, mistakes bloggers make when monetizing their site. Now, some people say don't try to make money too early, but we started making money early, and we don't think it's a problem. Just make sure your audience trusts you, and you don't make mistakes such as bombarding your site and readers with ads on the site. We see this everywhere. People get a blog, they slam loads of Google ads on it, pop-up ads, just to make $50, $100 a month. It's just not worth it, and it can really turn your readers off. We just don't like doing it. The worst is when you see websites that have so many adverts in their site banner. The content finishes on the left, but the banner keeps going, so it's all white. They're just selling slots, and they're basically selling out. Just don't do that. Don't accept jobs that have nothing to do with your brand. Betting sites and casino sites will approach you. We already talked about sponsored posts. If you're getting into that, betting sites and casino sites might approach you, offering twice as much money as normal companies. But by accepting those, you're risking your SEO and, more importantly, your readers' trust. If you want an example, just this month, like I said, we make a lot of money from sponsored posts and majority of our income. A casino site offered us $300 just to put a link inside an existing article. That's just inserting a link inside it. But it's not relevant to our readers. It's bad practice. It's not going to add any value, so we turned it down. They do get a little angry sometimes, these companies, as to why you turn it down. But just remember, it's your website, it's your business, and it's your readers' trust that you're building. So if you accept these sort of jobs from the beginning, you'll start to notice your engagement dropping, time on page, etc. And in the long run, when you want to sell a product to your readers, they might not trust you enough to buy it. And another thing, don't sell something for the sake of selling. Like Anna just said, if you're thinking, right, I have 2,000 people on Facebook, I want to sell candles, I want to sell this, ask these people what they're interested in, get to know them, socialize with them, see what you could give to them, which would add value to their lives.
Most important mistake is running your blog for the sole purpose of making money. You have to be passionate about what you do, and most of all, you have to enjoy it. Write blog posts not because it's good for SEO or because you're getting paid to do it. When Tom said at the very beginning, when you begin treating your blog as a business, go back to the business plan. Keep referring to those 3 or 5 lines about what your blog is all about, and use that to help guide you as your blog grows. You always have to keep focused on what you set out to do and what your blog is all about.
Yeah, when you start the branch, you're going to get a lot of people asking to write about this or join this company, and they might throw money at you and ask you to do it. But just stay focused and build something that you're passionate about. So I know we've covered a lot, and again, sorry that we won't be able to get our video on. We'll talk to people and maybe try and sort out a YouTube video or something to this. But in summary, like I said, I know we've talked about a lot, but we've talked about why you should make money from your blog. Are you an influencer? Do you have something to offer? Do you have a social media reach? Do you have a good website? Are you writing valuable content? These are key things. Treat your blog like a business from the very beginning. It's going to be a lot of work, but set up your cash flows, get a professional email address, create a business plan for it, and you will really benefit from this later on. What to do before trying to make money: gain your trust, build social media, learn social media, invest some time in learning. If you're currently working a 9 to 5, don't be afraid to start doing a course or learn how to blog on the side, and then slowly set it up. It will gain traction. It might take a year, it might take 2 years if you're working full time, but in the long haul, it's going to be worth it. We talked about the different ways to generate money from your blog, direct or as a result of having a blog. Advertising, we spoke a lot about sponsored posts, which people don't know about, but a lot of people don't know about. So just remember the different ways and write them down. And don't get overwhelmed with all the different ways. Just write them down and pick kind of what ways you want to go for. And then we just touched on mistakes bloggers make when monetizing their site. So we hope this was helpful, and thanks for the people who stayed with us and listened. Sorry you didn't get to see our beautiful faces, but we'll try and sort a video. So thanks, Shri. I'm not sure if you're still there, but I'll pass this back to you, and we'll go any questions if people have them.
Hey, Tom and Anna, great webinar, guys. Thanks for being so insightful on how to convert a blog into a money-making opportunity and how to run it as a business as well. We're going to have a few questions coming in from all the attendees. All the attendees, you are free to ask your questions now. Tom and Anna are going to be with us for a bit, and they're going to be able to answer your questions for you. Tom and Anna, I have a few questions for you guys that, came up into my mind as you were giving your talk today.
Yeah, go ahead.
So the first one, you spoke a bit about SEO. Could you point us in the direction of some good SEO resources on the internet that we could use to familiarize ourselves with SEO?
Yeah, I mean, if you Google it, the best ones will come up top because they're good at SEO. What I did when I first started, I went to a blog called Quick Sprout and I looked at the SEO practices there. I read a lot about Moz. I read a lot of Moz articles.
Okay.
Tricks like that. But I think for most blogs, it's just very key. Like I said, for Anna said, I've seen a lot. I've done a lot of work with some the back end, and I've helped and stuff. Use your alt tags. If you have images, make sure you include alt tags. Have the WordPress plugin and make use of it. Have the SEO plugin and make use of it. At the bottom, put the keywords. Make sure you put your meta description. Add your inbound links. These are key things for your SEO practice. And so I would use also Ad Planner, Google Ad Planner, keyword
Okay.
Ad Planner.
Mm-hmm.
If you're writing an article and you want it to appear on Google, use this to see what kind of title you should title it. There's no point titling an article which nobody really types. So use that to see what people are searching for. And then the other thing, if you're a bit more advanced in SEO and you're coming around, use Google Page Insights. And that will tell you more the code side, how you can help speed up your website, what Google reads, and how to improve it.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you, guys. I have one more question for you. This is also a little bit of curiosity from my side. What's the best way to reach out to adventure companies to get writing gigs for them? And whom to contact?
Yeah, I think that's pretty easy actually. We had no idea where to start with this, but now it's our main thing we do on the road, which is really fun. And basically, I would say create an email template first as to what you're going to say to an adventure company. So create the template, and I know again Will spoke about this, but introduce yourself. Say about your website, what's happening. Say what you're asking for. Be very, very specific because they're busy people. So say what you want. I want 4 days free jungle trekking. I want to go whitewater rafting with you guys, and then clearly write what you can offer them. So to work with us, we're going to offer you an Instagram shout out or a Facebook shout out, and we're going to do an article which is going to be seen by X amount of people. Be everything. And then to find these companies who've approached, just Google them. If we're going somewhere, we would Google, jungle trekking in Sumatra, and there'll be 6 companies on there that will come up. Now go to their contact page, find their email addresses, and email them. Email them that template you just created. When we first started this, it would take about 8 people we'd have to email to get 1. Now we're a bit better. We're a bit better at it. We're a bit, more grown. Now I would say every time we email 3 companies or 4, we get 1 or 2 people who want to work with us. So,
but at the same time, we don't just email any company. We check their reputation because we don't want to be recommending a specific company or an adventure view if they have bad recommendations. So and all our reviews, we're very honest with them, even if we're paid to write about them or they've given us a complimentary service. You still have to be honest about what you're reviewing. That's the whole point why people refer to blogs.
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. Guys, we have a few questions coming in from the audience. There's a question from Sandhya. So her question is, what are the best and reliable hosting sites for blogs?
That's a good question. Well, Sandhya, when we first started, we used a UK company called Namescope. I wouldn't actually recommend these guys in the end, because so a lot of people you host with, you will be on shared servers, and that's okay actually when you're getting 5,000 page views or 10,000. When you start to get more page views and you have a lot more content, you need a bigger server because your site will start to crash. I know a lot of bloggers who use Bluehost, and they would be the ones that most people would recommend, to be fair. So yeah, I would probably go with Bluehost. Right now, we're actually hosting with one of our friends who's an engineer and has a private server. That's just to help our site. But if you're new to this, yeah, look at Bluehost, and we get our domains from GoDaddy. Hope that helps.
Awesome. I hope that answers your question, Sandhya. Moving on to the next question, we have a question from Lauren Owen. Her question is, if you already have an email affiliated that isn't a business email, would you still change it?
Yes,
definitely.
Yeah,
when we first started out, our email was actually adventurenew@outlook.com, and we realized that if we wanted to grow this professionally, we had to. So even if you have an existing email, change it as early as now.
Yeah, and Lauren as well, if you do have it, it's pretty easy to change. You can, I would go to Zoho, I would set it up. You have to add a bit of code like you do with your Google Analytics on your server side, but I'm sure your hosting company or whoever could do this for you if you're not familiar with. And then once you've set that up and you've set up whatever it is, Lauren, at your professional email, you can just forward your old one to this. We actually still get emails from our old one as well. But I would definitely do it, because in the long run, when you want to work for press trips or you want to approach tourist boards, you want to be a really strong business.
Awesome. Thank you guys, Lauren. I hope that answered your question. Tom and Anna, I think a lot of people are really inspired by what you guys have done, and they really want to know the details. So our next question is from Chris White, and he says, for your business plan, what 3 to 5 lines did you guys use?
Wow, that was a long time ago. We wrote that now, but I actually do still remember. Now ours is sort of changing a bit. When we first started, we wrote we want to be. I'm trying to find the word in. So we wanted to be an adventure travel blog that people come to for advice on adventures in what country they travel to, how to live local, and different food cuisines. Now that was our first thing we put down, but we realized later on it wasn't targeted enough. So we're moving slightly away from food, and we still do talk about our local living experiences. But now we've kind of changed our business plan to be 3 or 4 lines saying, but Adventure News is going to be a resource. So whenever you're going to a country, if it's Indonesia, if it's anywhere, you can come to us and you could look at the top 5 adventures in that country. And you will have a familiar face or one of our adventure junkies on our team who's reviewed that adventure. So it's trustworthy and it's detailed. So that was our business plan, and that was something we want to grow. We also added another line or 2 lines, a side project being One to Give, which was a side of our blog that we wanted, not so much to business, but just to give back and help. And we also wrote 2 lines about helping small local communities with that.
And how to connect travelers to that, allow travelers to be able to help back in their own way.
Yeah. So I hope that helps. But it's slightly changed. When we first started, it was to do with adventure reviews, local living and food, and now we've kind of cut that in more. So if you're writing yours, just try to make it as targeted as you can. Please bear in mind there are thousands of travel bloggers. So what is it you're really keen on? Make it very targeted.
That's great, guys. Chris, I hope that gives you some insight about how to whip up your business plan for your blog. Guys, you can shoot your questions to Tom and Anna. You can send them out on Twitter. You can shoot them out to their handle, which is @adventureinU. You can include the hashtag Trippeasel in it, and they will answer your questions. Guys, again, just a reminder, Tom and Anna have started a new initiative called the Wander Give Project, which is about improving the lives of the children who work in Smoky Mountain, the largest landfill in the Philippines. So go over to www.adventurenu.com and show them some love and support. Guys, they're back up on video for a bit. Very sorry about not being able to have a consistent video feed throughout. We'll work on that with them. So cheers, guys. Take care and have a killer Sunday.
Thanks for listening, guys.
Bye.
Bye.